Hello and welcome to the Tracy Show. Today I want to get into a story where it's called RTTL, which means Return to the Land. This is a white only community. If you are black, gay, Jewish, any other descent besides white European, you are not welcome. Let's get into it.
No blacks, no Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills, in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture effectively was saying, this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even if...
you don't let everyone into your home.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And while the men do the physical labour, the women take care of the children who live here full time. It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
Now, let me first say that when I heard this, I was totally stunned, like right in our face. So I Googled it. And Google says, yes, there are reports of a group called Return to the Land, establishing a whites-only community in the Ozark Hills of Arkansas. This group, which describes itself as a private membership association for individuals with traditional views and European ancestry, reportedly excludes non-white, non-Christian, and LGBT plus individuals from their settlement. The organization rejects multiculturalism and immigration and aims to create communities focused on what they defined as traditional values. So now I'm going to take you inside the whites only town, and I quote, "You just don't let anyone in your home." I did a live on this earlier today, so please go check out the live. Very, very good live, if I must say so myself. Very good. But as I further went on into finding more about this, I'm finding that they are seeking to expand. They want to expand. And I did mention that into the live, but I wanted to find an article which stated that they wanted to expand to Missouri. A whites-only group called Return to the Land, RTTL, derided by critics as racist and anti-Semitic, is looking to expand its reach from its base in the northern Arkansas to an area near Springfield, Missouri, a co-founder of the group said recently. The prospect of a growing whites-only community where members are evaluated based on European ancestry and where Jews are denied membership is raising concerns among state and local officials and activist groups. RTTL, which describes itself as a private member association, began development in 2023. That's the part that gets me. 2023. Here we are in 2025, and y'all still feel like you got to keep this going on. I'm not understanding. But here we are. Let's keep reading. On its base in northern Arkansas, which sits on 160 acres of land. A co-founder of the group, Eric Orwell, told KOLR that he hopes to expand soon to an area of land outside Springfield and eventually expand to all 50 states. We want to ensure that white Americans who value their ancestry will have the ability to live among like-minded people in the future if they choose to do so, regardless of demographic changes, Orwell told the news outlet. He said RTTL plans to coordinate homeschool groups, healthcare networks, legal advocacy groups, and more, all of which would be barred to people of color. All of which would be barred to people of color. Quote, whites should have the ability to live among their own people if that's what they want to do. And mass immigration is quickly making that nearly impossible in many Western nations, Orwell said. If individuals decide to live in multiracial communities, then they should be allowed to do so. But we don't want racial forced on us in every aspect of life, he added. Missouri Democrats are pushing back on the effort. Chelsea Rodriguez, communications director of the state Democratic Party, called RTTL a hate group and said it won't be welcome. Missouri families are fed up with the fringe extremism Missouri Republicans keep inviting into their communities. If this hate group tries to relocate to Springfield, they shouldn't expect to be embraced, Rodriguez said in a statement. Missouri Democrats have a clear message for any hate group eyeing our state. This is our home. We were raised here, and we share the same respect for the Constitution and the Second Amendment as our neighbors. Your hate has no place in our home, she continued. State Rep Jeremy Dean, a Democrat who represents part of Springfield in the Missouri House of Representatives, said he has no doubt that groups such as RTTL are emboldened by federal and state politicians who attack marginalized communities and fuel a climate where hate can grow. Southwest Missouri has a racist past, but we've made progress and we're not going back. White nationalist groups have no place in our country, especially not here, Dean added in a statement. Another Missouri Democrat who represents part of Springfield and Jefferson City, State Rep Betsy Fogel, said that blatant racism embraced by Mr. Orwell's group is not welcome in his district. Southwest Missouri is too beautiful to be ruined by a worldview so ugly. History has been very clear about the outcomes of groups like Mr. Orwell's who seek to leave behind others based on the color of their skin, Fogel said in a statement. Quote, I refuse to let history repeat itself in my hometown and would ask my colleagues to do the same, she added. The group has faced pushback in Arkansas as well. Lindsey Bach Friedman, the Anti-Defamation League's regional director of the South Central region, said the group's efforts revive discredited and reprehensible forms of segregation and should be illegal under federal and state civil rights law, as well as under the Arkansas Fair Housing Act and the Fair Housing Act of 1968. Quote, we urge the Arkansas Fair Housing Commission, local elected officials, and law enforcement to act swiftly to ensure that Northeast Arkansas remains a welcoming and inclusive community, not a refuge for intolerance and exclusion, the ADL said in a statement earlier this month. Orwell pushed back on the ADL's remarks, saying his group embraces a shared ancestral values and not violence or hatred, according to KOLR. He also brushed off concerns that the organization is breaking the law, noting RTTL is a private association and doesn't sell real estate. And I quote, the attorneys we've consulted believe that we're doing is illegal. What we're doing is legal. Sorry. Orwell said, Americans have the right to freely associate and form intentional communities on whatever basis they choose. End quote. Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin, who's a Republican, does not share that view. If you don't share that view, Mr. Griffin, hurry up and change it. And I quote, racial discrimination has no place in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society. These allegations raise all sorts of legal issues, including constitutional concerns, Griffin said in a statement. My office is reviewing the matter. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. An all-white community. Please like, share, please comment, because I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Please tell me your thoughts and opinions. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please, my goal is to have 120 to 150 subs by the end of this month. You are watching, but you are not subscribing. I need you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe to the channel. Please. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for listening. I thank you all for subscribing. I just thank you. And y'all, be nice. Be nice to people. This right here is crazy. It's insane. It's ludicrous. And I expect for you to take care of the matter, Mr. Griffin, ASAP. See that for sale sign? I might just go purchase lot 43 and see what happens. And I'll put it up here on my YouTube channel. Yeah, to see what you would do to little old me. Crazy work. Right in our face. God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Subscribe.